It is so freaking hot. It is 83 degrees. I can already tell that the summer is gonna be really crucial because y'all, it's so hot outside to be February. Hence why I have on tank top and shorts. But anyways, y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Pocanova. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Also leave a comment. And if you've been rocking with me, you know that we locked in. So I just wanted to get on here today to talk to you guys for a little bit. And my topic today is going to be why you should not live with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Oh, I could probably do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons, but I'm really just gonna talk and just tell y'all why I don't think you should, like stay with your boyfriend or girlfriend unless y'all married. But if y'all just like dating, like being boyfriend or girlfriend, you should try to like withstand from living with them as much as possible. So I think the number one reason that you should sustain from living with them if you can is because you want to get married. And if you like moving with them too soon, it's really gonna like decrease you getting married. Now you probably could get married, like I'm not saying that you can't, but you'll get married quicker if you have your own place and they have their own place, because you guys that have time to miss each other. If y'all see each other every day, y'all come home every day, it's literally gonna just prolong y'all getting married, because it might be some stuff that you don't like about them or they don't like about you or whatever the case is. But it'll just, they just won't be so ready to marry you because they feel like y'all kind of already playing house. So they'll look at it like, well, why do we have to, hey Dakota, how you doing? Why do we have to, rush and get married if we're already living together? Now I'm saying if you can, like if you got a living situation and it's just you don't have no choice, then that's different. But make it a temporary thing. Like just say you might be staying with your parents and the house caught on fire or something like that, and you have nowhere to stay. That's different. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but still, while you staying there, be trying to get your own place. Like, don't just get so comfortable like moving into somebody else's place, because people, once they like, you move into them or like you get vulnerable, they feel like you don't have nowhere to go, they'll treat you different. And you just don't want to get treated, badly because people feel like you need them or situations like that. So if you can just refrain from moving in with someone as long as possible, I would just really recommend that. And like I said, if you do have to move in with somebody, still just be looking for your own crib. Because it's nothing like having your own place, like your own keys. Like people, they just be really low down on a power trip. You don't want to be walking on eggshells or worried if you did something wrong, or coming in at 9 o'clock because you don't want to get locked out. You just don't want to live like that. It's really uncomfortable. So it's best to just do your best to just have your own, because people, they'll try to put you out. Like you might be doing everything right. Like just say they want $500 a month rent. You probably paying them the $500. You paying it on time, but people, when they just know you need them, they kind of treat you badly. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like you can still be doing everything right. You might pay $500. You buy groceries. You don't have company. You come in at a decent time, but it's just because you're there and they don't really want you there. So they'll just like look for any excuse to not have you there or whatever. Just make up stuff. Like I'm gonna give y'all an incident. Like when I was like 22, um, I was getting ready to move in with my kid's dad. We had just had a baby or whatever. My son was probably like 2 weeks old. But I had already moved out of my apartment or whatever, and I was waiting on the house that we was getting ready to move into, it just wasn't ready for a newborn, because it was like a lot of like remodeling. They had to like pull the carpet and like redo the bathroom. Like, so it just wasn't really ready for like a newborn baby. So after so while I was waiting on that, I had moved in with my aunt, and I had only needed to stay there for like 2 weeks. And you could just tell she didn't really want me there. Like it was just me and my son, And she was just like always make a big deal, say stuff about this or whatever. Mind you, like I just had a baby, so like I can't really do too much. And I got another place I'm waiting on. You know, I'm just waiting on them to tell me that I can move into place. So I'm not trying to move in for life. You know, it's just a temporary, you know, week or two until I can move into my own place. So one day, like, she didn't come home or whatever. Like she didn't come home, but I didn't think nothing about it because she's grown. And she didn't come home or whatever. So the next day, this was like when the power company would like come out and cut the power off. So the next day, the power people had came and cut the power off. And I just feel in my spirit that she had it cut off because I was there. Because the same day I ended up leaving because I had a newborn and it was like cold outside, so I couldn't have been in the house without power because I had a newborn baby and it was like really cold. So we ended up just like staying in like one little room and just keeping the door closed or whatever. And like I said, the power was off, so I couldn't even like call nobody. My phone had died. So before my phone like completely lost all power, I had told my kid's dad, I was like, hey, the power got cut off. And he was upset too, because he even felt like that she did it because the fact that like she didn't come home. And like back in the day, like now the power people probably cut you off quick, but back then, like it took a lot for you to get your power off. Like if you was to call and just ask for an extension, they would, because she tried to make it seem like that she just didn't pay the bill and the power got cut off. But no, you got the power cut off. Like, you're not gonna sit here and make me feel you just didn't want me in your home and you just went about it the wrong way. And it's fine, that's between you and God and your karma. But I'm just using this as an example because like people, they really don't be wanting you in their space. Like you could be doing everything right and they'll still just make a big issue about it. So that's why it's just best to have your own place. And not so much just dealing with like a boyfriend or girlfriend, like just in general, because nobody can put you out of something that's yours. Like people really just be evil and low down, and like they just have like low down ways in them. And like I said, you could be doing everything right, y'all. Like you could be paying them money, you could be putting food in their refrigerator, you could be coming in at a decent time. You probably don't even got a key because you're not even trying to be there a long period of time, but they'll still just make it hard on you, and they see what you're trying to do. So that's why I say, like, I don't care if you just got you a studio, it's yours. Like, don't be ashamed of your living situation, because everybody don't have like a mom and dad. Some people come from like foster care, or they get aged out at a certain age and they just be doing everything for themselves. So just don't be so quick to just move in with somebody, if you can now. And if you can't, and if let's say if you do gotta move in with somebody, just say you do gotta move in with somebody, I would just move in with like somebody you don't really know for real. Like it's a lot of people who be like renting rooms or like ads or stuff like that. Cause it'll kind of be better if it's somebody like you don't know, because y'all would just keep it as business. Like they don't know nothing about you, you don't know nothing about them, so y'all can't really hate on each other. For the most part, it'll just be a business transaction. Like, okay, you want $500 on the 30 every month, fine. They not really gonna be feeling no type of way towards you or whatever like that. But if you move in with like your friend or like your cousin or your family, sometimes it's just gonna cause problems, because I feel like the people closer to you be the more envious of you, because they already kind of like know what you got going on. And then like family, I feel like they'll try to kick you while you down. Like everybody go through stuff, so I don't know why people act like once you just turn 18, your life is supposed to be perfect. Like, life be life, and then stuff just happens that's out of your control. But sometimes when people just know you going through stuff, or they like know you might need them or whatever, they'll just try to treat you badly. So even if you do need somebody, I would just try to need a stranger, or somebody that not gonna hold over your head. But now if you got that loving family, like you got the mom and the dad who they say you can come whenever, they don't care how old you is, then that's a blessing. Like, good for you. But I'm saying for the ones who don't have that, like the ones who, if you get evicted, you're going to have to go to a shelter, or might have to sleep in your car or go to a hotel room. I'm just saying for y'all, just try your best just to always have your own place, because, nobody can put you out of that. And even if stuff do fall short, God gonna make a way for you. Like, even if you might be losing your place or something like that, you losing it to go into something better. So don't always just trip about the losses. Like, sometimes God will just force your hand because he want a better life for you. So don't always feel like, oh, I'm getting evicted, I lost this. Like, you're not doing bad. Like, you just going through a spell. But 6 months to a year from now, you might be happy that you lost that place, because now you living in a way. You might have been living in an apartment, now you got a house. Or you might have been living in another state, now you in a whole nother state. So don't always get upset because stuff just didn't go your way. Okay, y'all. So another reason why you shouldn't like live with, let's say, like your boyfriend or girlfriend, because you need them. They need time to miss you. Like, I just feel like people need time to miss you. Like, if I'm around you all the time, I'm not really gonna like value you or miss you because I got easy access to you. But like, if you stay over there and then I stay here, and then we probably both working, we probably got busy schedules, and then we probably ain't seen each other in like a week, I'm gonna look forward to seeing you. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I miss you, I can't wait to see you, da da da. Whereas you come home every day, you get off work, you know, y'all see each other, or that'll make you like, how you'll just have an attitude because somebody around you, but they ain't did that to you. It's just because you just ain't had time to miss them. Like, they just always in your presence. So that's why I say, like, you shouldn't just live with your boyfriend and girlfriend unless you just really, 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 really have to. Like, I don't know why it's so common these days. Like, y'all know back in the day, I'm 31, so when I was like 20, 21, like, we did not stay with our boyfriends. Like, I know me, like, even when me and my baby daddy, like, we were dated for like a whole year before we even had kids, probably 2 years. And I had an apartment and I stayed in my own apartment. He had a key. He would come over, he would probably have some clothes there, but he did not live there. And then he had a house, and I would just always go over his house. But we never moved in until what I just told y'all about, when my aunt cut the power off the house. That's when we finally decided to move in together, and we had a child. But before the child, like, even when I was pregnant with the child, I still didn't even stay with him. I just stayed in my own place, and he stayed at his own place. And we would just like spend a night or whatever. But I don't know, y'all. Now it's just so common. It's just so common, but it's probably because like times are so expensive and stuff like that. But that's why I say, just get you something you can afford. Like, stop thinking that your first apartment gotta be a penthouse and you gotta have marble floors and you gotta have an island kitchen and 20 feet ceilings. Like, no, like, just take baby steps. Just get you something that you can pay by yourself without some roommate or whatever like that. Like, don't live beyond your means. Like, just get something that you can afford, and that you can pay these bills whether you got a man or not, or whether you have a roommate or not. And that's why people need to stop living outside their means. Like, this is your first apartment. Yeah, it would be nice if you had everything that I just described previously, but if not, it's okay. At least you got your own place. Like, I feel like that's a flex. Like, if you can have your own crib and it's yours and you did, that's a flex. So don't let nobody make you feel like your apartment ain't good enough or your first house ain't good enough or whatever it is, because it's yours. You work hard for it. Nobody handed you anything. So people are really try to like make you feel bad about stuff that they couldn't even accomplish. Like, you might get your own first apartment. They might still stay with their parents. Then they coming over there trying to talk about your career. But bitch, you gotta go to your room. You know what I'm saying? Like, so y'all don't worry about that, because people really be trying to shade you and be trying to make it a little joking way. So y'all just hold off on living with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Just take it slow. Like, y'all do not have to just live with them because y'all go together. Like, it's fine if we decide to make it official, we be boyfriend and girlfriend, and you live over here and I live over there. Especially if y'all in the same state, like, because that's really what's gonna make or break y'all relationship. Like, so many people just so content with just playing husband and wife, and y'all not even, like, you gotta move in with somebody, they're gonna expect you to cook, clean, do all this. Was if you had your own crib, you can probably leave them dishes in the sink for 2-3 days. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. But if you stand with your man, you probably want to clean up the kitchen right away because you don't want him to know that you really not clean like that for real. Or just say, like me, I always make my bed up soon as I get up. That's like the first thing I do is make my bed up. But if I did stay with nobody, well, I don't stay with nobody anyway. So, but just say if I did make my bed up and I stayed with somebody, I'll probably make up the bed just to make them think I do that. But in reality, I really don't make my bed up like that. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes people don't be knowing the real you because you be pretending to be something you're not because they're around. Because you can't really be yourself when somebody around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you might not just say like you worked out or whatever, and you ain't come home and straight take a shower. It ain't nothing wrong with it, to each his own. But like if you had somebody at your house, you probably like, oh, let me go take a shower, or let me go do this, or you might not like how you look without makeup. You might wake up in the morning, you like, damn, I want to go put some makeup on. You run into the bathroom, you know. But if they didn't stay with you, you could just walk around with 2-3 days without putting on no makeup. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just giving y'all examples of just why it's just best to just really hold off on that. And I don't know why our generation is so just prone to, I live with my boyfriend, I live with my girlfriend. Like, that's not really a flex. Like, because I know y'all need time to miss each other. And then what y'all gonna do if y'all get married, because y'all already been playing marriage for like 2-3 years? Like at this point the relationship probably just gonna end because we probably really just tired of each other. Yeah. So y'all, them just some signs that I say just try to hold off. It's so loud outside, can y'all hear it? It's just been a lot of distractions today. But anyways, y'all, it's Pisces season. Shout out to all my Pisces out there. It's our birthday time. Let me see some more reasons why you shouldn't live with your boyfriend and girlfriend. Cause y'all know y'all gonna be having sex. That's another reason. Cause like, if I just feel like you'll be more accessible. Like if you stay in your own place and they stay in their own place, it's not so easy for you to like have sex or stuff like that because you'll have to make time for it. But like if you just know you got in-house, it's easier for you to like, just say you trying to be celibate, you trying to get in your Bible, you trying to just focus on God, you're not trying to get distracted. It's gonna be hard to do that when you living with your spouse because they in your bed, they in your presence. It's just there, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you trying to like get yourself together with God and remove our distractions, that's gonna be real hard. And y'all can act like, oh, he might sleep in another room, but all you gotta do is just tell somebody to come in your room and they gonna come in there, or you just go in their room, or whatever the case is. My favorite color is purple and green. I got two favorite colors, purple and green. But yeah, y'all, how do y'all, like, what do y'all feel? Make sure to comment. Do y'all like staying with y'all boyfriend and girlfriend? Do y'all think people just be staying with people for support, like, because they need help paying the bills, like it's not genuine? But like me, I be needing help paying my bills. I still, who don't need help paying their bills? Like, I feel like everybody want help paying their bills, but I don't be letting people move in on me. Like, even if I need help paying my bills, I still don't. Like, I had somebody like ask to move with me the other day, and I told them, I ain't ready for all that. You know what I'm saying? So, because I don't like stuff like that. Like, if we gonna move in together, there should be a conversation that we have. Like, hey, we've been dating a year. I'm feeling you. I want to see you every day. Let's go look at apartments. Something like that. Where we both going to like look at places, and then we decide together. But you just moving in my crib, like, no. And then that's like, if a man be trying to move in your crib, that's a red flag. Yeah, she said my bills are up to the roof, and you ain't alone. Everybody bills high. Like, this just the world we live in, man. Like, society is so high, bro. Like, for real. It gotta be better. It gotta get better. But it's gonna get better for all of us. Just have faith and stay prayed up. It's gonna work out. God gonna send you a husband who gonna help you pay them bills. He gonna send me one too. But y'all just be careful with these dudes, because like women be so desperate to have a man that they be thinking that all us like that. And like cause dude, he was like, oh, just tell me you want me to move in. Why would I tell you that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they be trying to use like reverse psychology. Like, why is we even talking about this? Like, we ain't even been, I'm not ready for that. Like, that's a whole, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you can tell, like, that's a red flag too. Like, if you date a guy and he always like live with all his girlfriends, that's a red flag. You foster boyfriend. Like, every girlfriend you had, y'all live together. Like, y'all just pay attention to the red flags. Cause like if a guy trying to move in your house, now I can see if he asking you to move in his house. But if you're a man trying to move in a female house, where do you stay? You know what I'm saying? That'll give you like, especially like if you don't know where they stay, or now if they like got their own crib and you've been over there plenty of times and like they lease might be up and then y'all trying to just, now that's different, you know what I'm saying? But like if you never been to their crib, they always coming over your crib, you don't even know where they stay, what they got going on, and then you know, even if they stay with their parents or whatever their situation is, you just might not know what they got going on, and then they trying to just move in with you. That's a red flag. Because I feel like if you just around somebody and they never talk about bills, or just say it's the first of the month and you might be like, oh, let's go to brunch or whatever, and they might be like, girl, I ain't got no money, I just paid rent. If you be talking to somebody like 3-4 months and you ain't never heard them say nothing about like, I know me for the most part for the first of the month, I don't really like doing that until like after like the 10th, because I've been just paid out my bills, so I don't really be having no money to like go out and just have fun, because money be tight for me just paying my rent and part of my power bill and stuff like that. So like my Wi-Fi, you know, all your bills be due at like the first of the month. So if you dating somebody, they never just be like, oh, I can't go out, I just paid my rent or something like that. Y'all, that's a red flag. Y'all gotta be careful too, because dudes really be preying on women. Like, just be careful, because dudes just see women, like, especially like single moms, like, y'all just be careful, because dudes really be trying to like prey. Like, people mindset so just used to using people, like they'll just see you and just want to use you, or just be like, oh, she got this, she got that. So y'all just be really careful, you know, just be really careful. Poor girl only got 2 people watching. Crystal, fuck you, because you one of the 2. Anyways, but yeah, y'all, just don't let anybody like move in your space. Like, and if you can, just keep your own crib. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Just keep your own space. Try to keep your own keys if you can. Now, if you got like a real man and he like helping you out and he doing stuff for you, then it's okay to drop your guard. But for the most part, just try to hold off on, hey Johnny, just try to hold off on you know, moving in with somebody as long as you can. And then just try to live within your means too. Like, don't try to focus on what nobody else got. I don't really know a lot about like government assistance, because I never had none of that. I'd be jealous of the ones who get it. But like, I know it's a lot of people who got like income based apartments, like where just say your rent might be 1,500, but you only paying like 600 or 700, and then Section 8. But I don't know nothing about that, so I just know like a little bit about it. But I've never had it. Like, I've never had like an income based apartment, or I never had Section 8 before. So I always just been paying bills. The only government assistance I ever had was food stamps, and I don't even get those no more. So I'm not the best one to help give advice for that, but I know like it is a lot of ways around it. Like, I remember this girl I had met out here in Texas when I first moved here, and she was telling me how she had went to like a shelter that was like probably like 2 hours, like on the outskirts. I don't know, but it was kind of far, like a 2-hour drive. And she said she stayed in the shelter for 2 weeks, but she wasn't like there all the time. Like, I think she had to be there like by 8 o'clock at night, and you could leave at 6 in the morning or something like that. But she wasn't even like homeless. Like, she was just trying to get a apartment. And she said she stayed at the shelter for 2 weeks, like 14 days, and she would sleep there from like 8 o'clock at night, and she would leave at 6, and she would be gone all day. She would go to work or whatever like that. And then said when she after the 2 weeks, they end up giving her a voucher for Section 8. I was like, oh, okay, you know. So it's a lot of ways out here to like figure it out and do what you got to do, whereas you ain't gotta move in with nobody, because people, y'all, they really will try to like shit on you, you know. So, and nobody wants to be shitting on, especially like when you trying your best and life just be life, because you know, you could be doing everything right, and sometimes life just be life, and it's just not gonna go like you gonna go. Like, it's just, when God shut that door, it's gonna be shut. It's nothing you can do about it. So y'all, just have your own place if you can, okay. if you can. Don't be trying to be strong and independent if you can't. If you gotta go move in with that person and do what you gotta do, but still try to have you a plan, a escape plan. Don't just go in there and just stay there. Still be trying to, you know, figure out your next move or whatever like that. All right, y'all. This your girl Pocanova. I'll see y'all in the next video.